Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome to the stream, dudes. We are here listening to Zenyatta Mondata by The Police. One of the best bands in the world, dude. They've been really hitting it out of the park with their latest songs. I've really only listened to a few, dude. But, what songs I have listened to, they're just so cool. Mixing a bit of, like, reggae, pop, punk, new wave. Dude, it's a great mix. A great mix, dude. Yo, what is up, Boohoo? How you doing? I'm doing great, dude. I got up a little late today, but you know, it's always fine, dude. A late start, it's no problem. Great album. Yo, Toshiba Cat, welcome. Toon Dog, welcome, dude. Yeah, it was almost a Yes album reaction tonight, but in the last few hours, Zenyatta Mondata pulled forward, dude, by about 11% actually. But yeah, we're still going to try and fit in, you know, the Yes album during this month. So, like, hopefully we'll set up a new poll for, like, maybe next week or so. We can try and listen to another album. Tales from Topographic Oceans will be in that poll again, so we're gonna keep trying to get it going, dude. We might just also just give it a listen at some point, but we'll see how people feel, dude. So yeah, next week we're gonna try to do this again. We're gonna try and have another album stream. Tales being a double album will be a long listen. Yeah, dude. How long is it again? It's only 80 minutes, dude. 82 minutes, 42 seconds if you count the 2003 remaster. It's only an hour and a half, dude. Not even. The Police, all the suggestions were great. I'm glad y'all liked the suggestions, dude. I'm sad we didn't get Kansas on the list. I totally forgot about putting Kansas on the list. They're going on the list next poll, dude. Because we got to start on some Kansas. It's really sad how we haven't listened to a Kansas album yet. So, guys, let's get into this wiki here real quick. We're just going to read a little bit about Tales. This is the 6th studio album. I pronounced that weird. 6th studio album by English progressive rock band Yes, released on December 7th, 1973. It is their first studio album to feature drummer Alan White, who had replaced Bill Bruford the previous year. Oh wait, this is Tales, dude. Why am I reading Tales? Alright, we're going to back it up a little bit. We're listening to Zenyatta Mondata by The Police, dude. I just got so caught up. What is it? The Police, Zenyatta. Alright. Don't worry, guys. We're going to learn about Tales eventually. We'll get there eventually, dude. Do a little bit of rewind. Yup. Zenyatta Mondata is the 3rd studio album by British rock band The Police. Released on 3rd of October 1980 by A&M Records. It was co-produced by the band and Nigel Gray. Okay, dude. Nigel Gray also has worked with The Police a lot and has also worked on Juju by Susie and the Banshees. That's awesome. Zenyatta Mondata reached number 1 on the UK Albums Chart and number 5 on the US Billboard 200. It produced the hit singles Don't Stand So Close to Me and Did Do 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 Did Da Da Da. That's really the name of a song, dude. I don't think I've heard that one. The album won the band 2 Grammy Awards, Best Rock Performance by a Duo, or Group with a Vocal, for Don't Stand So Close to Me, and Best Rock Instrumental Performance for Behind My Camel. Whoa. Behind My Camel. Alright, so we have a few interesting song titles on this album, dude. Did Do Do Do, Did Da Da Da. and Behind My Camel. I've heard Don't Stand So Close to Me. That's like one of their biggest hits, right? So Zenyatta Mondata was written during the Police's second tour and recorded in 4 weeks, minus 2 days for concerts in Ireland and at the Milton Keynes Festival in the United Kingdom. The band members have often expressed disappointment over the album, going so far as to re-record 2 songs during a brief, unsuccessful reunion in 1986. Drummer Stuart Copeland said about the time pressures, "We had bitten off more than we could chew. We finished the album at 4 a.m. on the day we were starting our next world tour." That is ridiculous, dude. What? You're working until 4 a.m. until the very day you're about to go on a world tour. It's too much, dude. We went to bed for a few hours and then traveled down to Belgium for the first gig. It was cutting it very fine. Wow, dude. That's very dangerous, right? I mean, okay, it's not, unless you're driving, doing heavy machinery stuff, I guess it's not the most dangerous, but it can not be fun, dude. The band had wanted to record the album at Surrey Sound, the recording site of the first 2 albums, but could not record at any British studio for tax reasons. They were, however, able to retain Nigel Gray as their co-producer, bringing him with them to Whistle Lord Studios in the Netherlands. Feeling that he had played a significant part in the Police's first 2 albums, Gray negotiated for a £25,000 fee, which brought the album's total budget to $35,000. Nigel Gray got paid more than anybody. Okay, actually, I don't know that, but he got paid £25,000. I'm assuming that's pounds, dude. Euros. What is these, dude? Oh, you can't even see. Hold on. Don't stand. I think it's euros because it looks like a weird E. I'm sorry. I'm so ignorant. I'm sure these are euros, so let me just... It is a pound. Okay. Cool. Well, I got it right the first time. Where am I, dude? Yeah, Zenyatta Mondata. Wow, that's awesome. Okay. So Nigel got paid so much money, dude. As mentioned by Copeland, the Police embarked on a tour of the world the day of the album's completion, beginning in Belgium and finishing in Australia, dude. Okay, so wow, so much information that we just got given. Can't wait to jump on in, dude. Yo, Boohoo, what's up, dude? I'd love to see a review of Jimi Hendrix's first album. Gotcha. Well, maybe it can be on, the next poll that we check out, dude, so you can vote on it. Mikey, what's up, John? Just checked out your reaction to Purple. Such a great album. It is such a great album. So much power, dude. Stone Temple Pilots, one of the best bands I can ever even imagine. So I'm glad you checked that out, dude. What was your favorite song? Sick album. If you haven't listened to Stone Temple Pilots, you gotta listen to them, dude. Even I think we listened to a little bit of their core album too, and it sounds fantastic. All right, dude. So Zenyatta Mondata by the Police. Let's get on Spotify so we can get some lyrics with us as well. Don't stand so close to me. Zenyatta Mondata. Yo, Fords, how you doing, dude? All right, dudes, we have 11 tracks up. 38 minutes worth of music, dude, so significantly shorter than any Yes album that we were going to listen to. So this will probably take about an hour and a half to hang out and stuff. So we can try and probably fit in some of the Patreon requests afterward, dude. We can do a few of the Patreon requests afterwards if we finish up this album a little early. If you haven't heard, Smash, Offspring's first album is great. Oh, no, I have not. Honestly, I haven't heard any Offspring albums, dude. I've heard Offspring songs, dude. I've heard the hits. The Kids Are All Right, or The Kids Aren't All Right. Yeah, Fly Like a White Guy. Self-Esteem. You know, they're a great band. I love Offspring, but just haven't listened to any albums, dude. It's been a long time coming. Need to jump on in. Big fan of the punk. If you haven't heard Smash, right on. Love this album. And yes, Purple is such a great album. I'm glad you enjoyed as well, Fords. Don't stand. Don't stand. Self-esteem is on it. Gotcha. No self-esteem away. Yeah. I just love how the singer sounds like he's like a little bit out of tune, but like still it just fits. Kind of like NoFX. Like, of course they're in tune, but their voices just sound so a little interesting. It gives it that nice punk flavor, dude. Anyways, we'll give more of a review to Offspring when we get there, dude, when we cross that album. But for now, we're gonna jump on into some The Police, dude. The new turn of the decade from 1980. Dude, they were coming out swinging with this new decade, the 80s. New sounds coming, new waves of sounds. What's the first song, dude? Don't Stand So Close to Me. Probably the only song I know of. Yeah, dude, I don't recognize any other name of songs on this album, so I'm just so really excited. Let's give a shout out to the personnel, dude. We have Sting on bass, Andy Summers on guitar, and Stuart Copeland on drums. Dude, also shout out to Nigel Gray, who apparently played a significant role in the success of The Police, dude. Ford's, yo, Tammy, welcome. Bit of a pervy song, but it's still fantastic. Ooh? Which one? Don't Stand So Close? I guess we'll figure it out, dude. Also, whoever requested Zenyatta Mondata, I think it was like Monos, right? Shout out to Monos, who's not here right now. Hopefully you can join us in a bit. So friends, family, relatives, pets, we're going to jump on into this album. Let's take a hit, guys. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, welcome, dude. Glad to have you here. We're recording this live on twitch.tv/JohnSlopReacts. So come on and join us. Give me a follow. And also, you're probably going to be able to catch this a lot earlier if you're on Patreon than YouTube. Earlier than YouTube. Okay. I don't want to spoil myself. Dude, sick opening. Low synth bass. Oh my god. Okay. So I think we're at a good volume. I honestly, I was not expecting Don't Stand So Close to Me to start out like that. Okay. Happy Joy, Future Police, frontman Gordon Summer, better known as Sting, taught elementary English from 1974 to 1976 at St. Paul's First School in northeastern English town of Cramlington. When I got my degree, I became a teacher, Sting said in 2003, but deep down, that's not what I wanted to be. That's from VH1. Thank you so much, Happy Joy. Sting was a teacher. Dude, anybody who's a teacher automatically gets humanitarian points, right? Teachers get paid so little already. I don't know about other countries or whatever, but if you're a teacher in America, you get a shout out on this stream. Okay. So let's jump on in, guys. Let's back it up.
Young teacher, the subject of schoolgirl fantasy. She wants him so badly, knows what she wants to be. Inside her, there's longing. This girl's an open page, bookmarking. She's so close now. This girl is half his age. Don't stand so close to me.
What?
Don't stand so close to me. Her friends are so jealous.
Okay, dude, a quick pause. Okay. I'm guessing this is about like a teacher-student relationship, which is, of course, not cool, taboo, right? But we have to give the full song listen, see what the context is, see what the message is, right? So bringing up these troubling topics is simply maybe a way to get us talking, dude. Sometimes you can't ignore bad stuff. You got to address the situation, you know? Wow. Had no idea that's what this song was about, even alluding to. Okay, let's get back into it. Sick riffs, great song. It sounds so poppy. The bass synth at the beginning, so just trembling through my whole body. Let's just get back into this. What do you guys think so far? Her friends are jealous. Let's move a step back. What book is that? It isn't Lolita, is it? Am I gonna assume it's Lolita? Who wrote Lolita? It is Lolita. Okay, well, I know exactly what this song's talking about. I haven't read it. I just know about it. Can you imagine having a teacher like Sting? I can't. Zypher, hi, how are you? Oh my gosh, welcome. Zypher, awesome. Oh my gosh, I didn't even show off my shirt, dude. So we are wearing a Yes shirt. I thought we were going to be listening to Yes today, but it's okay, dude. So, gift from Zypher in the chat. Everybody thanks Zypher for the Yes shirt. Look at this, dude. It's their old logo. Thank you. Okay. We need to get a police shirt now and a Rush shirt. All right, so it seems like, yeah, at this point in the song, maybe the teacher's starting to get found out here. The accusations fly, dude. Let's get back into it. Wow. Dude, this song is so melodic. I love it. Please don't stand so. Dude, it's so melodic, so almost lullaby-ish. Perfect, like, pop song with a bit of like that reggae flair with the guitars, dude. The soft palm muting. What a way to start out an album, dude. What a wild song, dude. Wow, maybe it's something Sting witnessed while being in the teacher position, dude. Okay, so sometimes it's not always a humanitarian reason to get into teaching, dude. Unfortunately. Well, it's still a fantastic song. So melodic. Hopefully Sting beat this dude up. Got together with the teachers. I'm just kidding. I don't advocate for violence. Wink. That's for the FBI people, right? It looks good on you. Thank you, Cypher. A Harkonnen as a teacher? No thanks. Points for the Dune. Dude, that is a Dune reference. What makes them a Harkonnen? How did you get Dune from this, dude? I've only seen the movie. I haven't read the book. I started to read the book, haven't finished it. I really want to get back into it. Sting was in Dune. Ooh, the 80s version? What? Sting was a Harkonnen? Dude, what? What? Oh, I've put off watching the 80s version for so long, dude. It's by David Lynch. Already, I should have watched it. And now I know that it has Sting in it, playing a Harkonnen. A bad guy, right? That's one of the bad dudes. That's crazy. Monos, welcome, dude. Glad you're here. Were you the one who requested this one or suggested it? In any case, thank you so much for getting us started on this. All right, what song do we have up next? Driven to Tears. Powerful start to the album, dude. That's probably the only song we're gonna know. Driven to Tears. All right, let's jump on into this one, dude. Maybe we'll do a reaction to the 80s Dune. That might be a thing. Probably only for Patreon. Because the editing will take a long time. Unless I can pay somebody to edit it. Don't stand. Don't stand. That's a good song. It's going to be stuck in my head now. All right, let's jump on into Driven to Tears. Okay, I have not really been paying attention to the lyrics at all. Dude, the bass has just been stealing my attention. Wow. The song is driven by the bass. And it's so smooth. It's a little jazzy too. Whoa. This is really cool. Okay, we'll read the lyrics after the song's over, so just keep it going. What do you think of this? Dude, I like the smooth softness of this one. I keep forgetting this is just a 3-piece as well, dude. Gotta keep that in mind. Love this. You can see they caught Rush's attention. I do get a little bit of a Rush vibe, yeah. You know, Rush does do some reggae stuff every now and then, dude. Randomly in some songs. Spirit of the Radio. All right, let's move back.
This is what we've seen. Driven to tears. Driven to tears.
Dude, what the hell was that? The guitar was dying, dude. It sounded like the guitar was being assaulted. It's like probably the sounds Jimi Hendrix's guitar was making when he set it on fire. What was that solo? It's obviously meant to represent maybe some like harm, maybe some troubled emotion, dude. Wow, that was awesome. Protest is futile.
Protest is futile. Nothing seems to get through. What's to become of our world? Who knows what to do? Driven to tears. 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 Driven to tears.
Oh, wow. Okay. So real quick, before we move on into this next song, let's reflect. Driven to Tears. Wow. That ending was a lot of fun. I really, really like the spacey, kind of airy guitar work. It's a little shoegazy. It's just really cool. They know how to do the reggae pop. This is awesome. Okay, so now let's try and focus on these lyrics, dude. How can you say that you're not responsible? What does it have to do with me? What is my reaction? What should it be? Confronted by this latest atrocity. What is the latest atrocity? I guess it could be anything, right? Driven to tears, hide my face in my hands, shame wells in my throat. Okay, very poetic way of expressing grief over a hypothetical atrocity, dude. My comfortable existence is reduced to a shallow, meaningless party. Seems that when some innocent die, all we can offer them is a page in a magazine. Too many cameras and not enough food. Okay, calling out just the media, the sensationalism, dude. Because this is what we've seen. Driven to tears. Okay, so very politically minded already. Protest is futile. Nothing seems to get through. What's to become of our world? Who knows what to do? Ooh. I can feel your pain, dude. You know, it seems like it's getting even harder to try and change things, dude. Wow. Wow, dude. Powerful powerful, like, message in this, dude. What can we do? It's so futile feeling, right? We need to band together. You know, when multiple people start to feel this way, you gotta just start talking to other people, right? Form bonds. And, dude, you gotta just keep working with your community, right? Wow. Okay, so we're getting a big humanitarian vibe from this album already. Driven to Tears, the second song off the album. Getting us going with the feelings, dude. What did you think of that song? Great bass work. Everybody just pulling together to make a great track as well. That ending, though, really got me. Is there a French version of this song, Driven to Tears? Is there? This album always reminds you of Elvis Costello, Watching the Detectives. Is that an album? I don't think we've listened to much Elvis Costello, if anything at all. Dude. All right, we're going to jump on into the next track, dude. When the world is running down, you make the best of what's still around. The longest title of a song on this album. So let's jump on into it. Okay, real quick, dude. The bass is seriously becoming the rhythm instrument here, dude. This is wild. Or no, should I say the... No, yeah, it is. We have a lot of rhythm happening here. I think Sting is just taking the lead role here. Bass and guitar doing some rhythm work. I think the bass is doing a lot of the heavy lifting here. This is nice stuff. Optimistic message here. Dude, I missed some of these lyrics, so we'll go back and read. But this is kind of like a follow-up to the last song, dude. You gotta have some optimism in your mind if you're gonna have any chance of doing anything, dude. You do have to make the best of what's still around, so might as well, right? Plug in my MCI. Okay, Sting, yes. right. Dude, when the world is running down, you make the best of what's still around. Literally the chorus, as the title of the song. This one was less of a reggae-inspired track and more of a like funk, jazz kind of feel. It reminded me of Nowhere. People who have been around on the stream know we've listened to a bit of Nowhere on the channel. If you haven't checked out Nowhere, go and check them out, dude. Similar feel, but a little bit more modern. A lot more modern, actually. Yeah, I think I got the gist of it, dude. You know, when I feel lonely here, don't waste my time with tears. I run Deep Throat again. It ran for years and years. So, Deep Throat, I know that's part of what the Watergate scandal. That was some informant. But I don't know, is that also a movie? I run Deep Throat again. It ran for years and years. Don't like the food I eat. The cans are running out. Same food for years and years. I hate the food I eat. Damn, dude. Plug in my MCI to exercise my brain. Make records on my own. Can't go out in the rain. All right, we're going to figure out what an MCI is real quick. When the world is crumbling down. Dude, this is a great, great song. Plug in my MCI, dude. It was also an X-rated movie. Ooh. Makes sense, dude. Given that title. I can't. MCI is a telecommunications company. It also has to be something else, dude. Maybe something to play records or make records. Can't go out in the rain. Pick up the telephone. I've listened here for years. No one to talk to me. I've listened here for years. Damn, dude. Whoever wrote this, very lonely. It must be even tougher back in the days when there were no cell phones or internet, right? You just had to go outside and make friends. You had to go talk to people, dude. Can't imagine what that's like. So let's move on into the next song, dudes. What do you think of this one? The world keeps crumbling down. Oh, running down. When the world is running down. It's a post-apocalyptic vision, Sting said. That's really sad because I felt like it fit perfectly with how things are. Like, it seemed very poignant, honestly. The 70s were hard. Yeah, I bet, dude. People had it tough, but there was more of a social thing going on. I would assume people more outside on the streets walking around, more people just out doing stuff. All right, well, we're gonna move on into what is it? Canary in a Coal Mine. Let's jump on into real quick. Whoa, a little faster paced. I was a teen and did have more freedom than today's teens. Yeah, I bet, right? It's easier to keep track of kids nowadays because they all have cell phones, basically chipped. The world is crumbling down. It's running down. No crumbling. Canary in a Coal Mine. Let's jump on into it, dude. What? Okay, quick pause. Oh, wow, we are just off the rails on the energy train here, dude. Canary in a coal mine. Lots of palm muting on the guitar. Wow. So I know the idiom "canary in a coal mine." It's supposed to mean like when you hear a canary, you take a canary in with you. The coal miners. That's how you know when uh the canary would start to chirp, make noise, right? When too much like gas would start to build up, and that would be like, okay, we got to get out. Got to get out of this coal mine, dudes. Am I right on that? That's just like literally off the top of my head. Let's canary in a coal mine. Uh, I think that's exactly what I was. That's exactly what I was saying. Well, the canary would die, and then they would know. Okay, that's a bit sadder. Uh, maybe the version I said is taught to kids so they don't cry. Okay, let's get back into the song. We'll read the lyrics after. I'm just so impressed about how fast this song is and how chipper it is. No idea what it's about though. Could be about anything really. Let's get back into this.
Canary in a coal mine. Now if I tell you that you suffer from delusions, you pay your analyst to reach the same conclusions. You live your life like a canary in a coal mine. You get so dizzy even walking in a straight line. Canary in a coal mine. Canary in a coal mine. Canary in a coal mine.
So is what he's saying? You live your life like a canary in a coal mine. Is that trying to say like, oh, you're just inhaling fumes, dude? You're just smoking your life away. You're getting high. Now, if I tell you that you suffer from delusions, you pay your analyst to reach the same conclusions. You get so dizzy even walking in a straight line, dude. This seems to be like calling somebody out for their like oh, okay, let's go back and read back. You live your life like a canary in a coal mine. You get so dizzy. You say you want to spend the winter in Forenza. You're so afraid to catch a dose of influenza. You live your life like a canary. You get so dizzy. Okay, let's just keep the song going, and we'll talk about it after.
Canary in a coal mine. First to fall over when the atmosphere is less than perfect. Your sensibilities are shaken by the slightest defect. You live your life like a canary in a coal mine. You get so dizzy even walking in a straight line. Canary in a coal mine. 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 Canary in a coal mine.
All right, so you gave me more context. It's somebody who's just kind of scared to do things, right? It's like waiting for something bad to happen. Someone who's super nervous, super psychosomatic. Calling out a high maintenance woman. Oh, okay. Speaking of Beau's Afraid with Joaquin Phoenix is bizarre. Gotta watch it, dude. I've been screaming people watch that movie, dude. Go and watch that movie. It's fucking weird, but it's good. Beau is Afraid. Go watch it. Um, it's very reminiscent of this, dude. Literally, the main character Beau is literally afflicted with like fear of leaving the house, and yeah, I can to people who are more driven to just go outside and start doing living life, it can be a little bit debilitating, right? When you kind of have to watch over somebody or care for somebody who's not so excited about going outside doing stuff. You know what I mean? Canary in a coal mine, dude. This is easily like the most catchy song so far. I think it means that person is really super sensitive and fearful, worried about everything. WTF happened? Watched it last night. Yeah, so that ending though, I think it's just kind of a tragic ending. Bo was never meant to make it out. It was all planned. It was all okay, well, I'm not gonna spoil anything. I kind of already did, but you should just go watch the movie. Don't even worry about what I'm saying, dude. I'm gonna shut up. Canary in a coal mine. Dun, dun, dun. Just between you and me, Monos, I don't think he was ever meant to make it out. And he was given lots of chances. Dude, if you watch the movie again, everybody's like, stop incriminating yourself. Remember that stuff? It's all tests, dude. It's all tests. Yeah. Watch it a second time, dude. Canary in a coal mine. All right. What song's up next? Voices Inside My Head. Dude, did we actually do this one already? Hold on. Yes, we have listened to Voices Inside My Head, dude. We did a reaction to that one back in, was it October? October of 2023, this last October. So, let's see if I can remember what it sounds like, dude. Voices Inside My Head. Let's get into it. Oh, the bass, dude. Quick pause, so hypnotic. God, this bass riff is just so good. Wow. I really love the extended instrumental intro, dude. It really gives us a chance to just deep dive into this vibe here. It's so good. Voices Inside My Head. I love like the the different style of vocals in this one as well. It's more like chorusy, like we have a group of people. I wonder if it's Sting's voice just layered or if it's everybody else's voice as well. Let's get back into it, guys. What do you think of this one? All right, dudes. That was Voices Inside My Head by The Police. I loved all of the echo work. Like, literally. They went to town on the echoes, dude. Um, just really reminding us that as humans, this is kind of how we work, right? We just keep on hearing the same words over and over in your head. You keep thinking about the things that you said, dude. It's just how humans are. And I think we checked out the lyrics earlier, and instead of saying jump, they're saying a little something different, like Chuck or something, right? The police voices inside my head. Lyrics. Okay, so this is from the Genius Annotation section. Multiple unofficial sources claim jump to be the shouted noise instead of cha, especially the ones that come up first in a Google search, while the official lyrics from EMI Records do not include this moment. Multiple publications, including the book The Words and Music of Sting by Christopher Gable, write out Sting's utterance as cha. All right, so some official sources giving us the context, dude. So that's really cool. What'd you think of this song, dude? Crazy bass. Probably my favorite bass. The most hypnotic song so far. We're about to reach the halfway mark of this album, dude. Give it up. You guys doing awesome work. Bombs Away is the next track coming up, dude. Voices. What are you guys writing about, dude? Joking about how many loops Andy's doing on guitar. Honestly, it sounds very shoegazy, dude. A lot of the time, the guitar's doing a lot of, like, yeah, layering. Gives it, especially for the echo portion of Voices Inside My Head, dude, it fit very well. Well, it's more of an echo theme. So I'm going to take a bite, guys. I have some sesame noodle chicken here that I started eating before I started streaming, but I just didn't have enough time to finish it up. So it's cold, obviously, but I still need a little something. So excuse me. Hopefully y'all are drinking water, eating your food. If so, what you got? Let me know. Andrew James Summers was born in Poulton Layfield, Lancashire, England on 31st December 1942. During his childhood, his family moved to Bournemouth, which was then in Hampshire. After several years of piano lessons, he took up the guitar. At the age of 10, in his teens, he saw a concert by Thelonious Monk and Dizzy Gillespie in London that left a lasting impression. By 16, he was playing in local clubs, and by 19, he had moved to London with his friend Zoot Mo. That has to be like an artist name. Zoot? Is that a real name? I'm going to name my firstborn Zoot. I'm so sorry if that's like a real name. I'm just making fun of some culture. Okay, so we're going to take a hit and then jump on into our next song, dude. Bombs Away. Already very political. I'm not sure exactly what we're talking about exactly, right? All I know is that we're calling people out, dude. The president looks in the mirror and speaks. His shirts are clean, but his country reeks, dude. Bombs away in old Bombay, dude. I'm getting anti-war from this. All right, so let's back it up a little bit. Get back into this, dude.
This army life don't give him any romance. Gorilla girl, hot and sweet. A military man would love to meet. General scratches his belly and thinks his pay is good, but his company stinks. Gorilla girl, hot and sweet. A military man would love to meet. Bombs away, but we're okay. Bombs away in old Bombay.
Also, I'd like to mention, I like the layer of synth we have. I forgot to mention that earlier. Such a serene tone in the background. This really reminds me of like a Rush track during their synth years. But of course, it's more of like a reggae kind of synth pop kind of vibe. A really good song. I love the cadence of this one. Let's get back into it.
Bombs away, we're okay. Bombs away in old Bombay. Bombs away, we're okay. Bombs away in old Bombay. Bombs away.
Wow. I'm just stunned by Bombs Away by the Police. Anti-war message with that crazy cool solo from Stuart Copeland. Dude. Oh no, that's Andy Summers on guitar, dude. Copeland is of course popping off on drums as well, but dude, Andy Summers on guitar giving us that crazy solo. Sorry, got my names mixed up. Wow. Wow. Of course, it's supposed to probably symbolize or make us remember that this song is not all optimistic. It's not supposed to be happy, dude. Bombs away, but we're okay. Dude, it's a great contrast to the last outro solo we got, dude. Very bright and optimistic, shiny. Wow. This was a fun song. Very much enjoyed it. The percussion is just in the pocket and virtually perfect every song. I agree, Fords. Bombs away. Wow. There's so many favorite songs on this album. I can't even pick one, dude. It's gonna be hard to pick favorites out of these. They all just have their own little like quirk to them. They're all like a slightly different variation of rock, dude. We have some like new wave, we have some punk, we have some jazzy stuff happening, we have some proggy stuff happening. It's wow, it's just so cool. Okay, so that was Bombs Away by the Police. Moving into the next track, we have D Do Do Do, D Da Da Da. probably the weirdest name of a song on this album. One of the weirdest names in general I've ever heard. So I don't know if I've heard this one. So let's just jump on in and I'll let you all know. Excuse me? Dude, okay, so no, I have not heard this song at all, but it's very catchy. I can imagine this was probably played on the radio, but dude, there's like one word that probably got it cut out from radio play, you know what I mean? But they're using language they know of, dude. Don't think of me unkind. Words are hard to find. They're only checks I've left unsigned. From the banks of chaos in my mind. Wow, we're getting very poetic, dude. Not sure I understand exactly. So maybe just expressing how words are hard to find. I'm sorry, please don't think I'm messed up for that. They're only checks I've left unsigned from the banks of chaos in my mind. Gotcha. Wow. For somebody who doesn't have very many words, you sure find a very poetic way of expressing yourself, dude. And when their eloquence escapes me, their logic ties me up and our words me. De do do do, de da da da, is all I want to say to you. Their innocence will pull me through. They're meaningless, and all that's true. So, de do do do, de da 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 doesn't mean anything. It's just innocent and supposed to be just an innocent expression of maybe love? Because words are hard to find, dude. I'm getting it. I think I'm getting it. Let's back it up. Get back into this. What are your thoughts?
No one's jamming their
So that was Did Do 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 Did Da 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 by The Police. Wow, they were pretty gutsy with that name. I feel like maybe they could have called it something else, but honestly, it's what the song's about, dude. It's very apt. Uh it's kind of just hard to say. Beautiful song. It's probably my favorite song on the album, dude. It's the build up in that bridge back into the chorus is just so powerful. They have a good format when they're writing their pop songs, right? Much like Don't Stand So Close to Me, very much the same format. Uh, his son came up with the title. Okay, well that's just so wholesome. It's a good title. That makes it wholesome, with the context. Wow, okay, so his son came up with the title, and I assume he also came up with the title like first. He wants to write a song, so he gave his son, was like, okay, son, come up with the title for my next song. So he did, and then he wrote a whole song around that. Is that what happened, dude? Maybe we can go to Genius and see. So this is Sting in 1988 Rolling Stone interview. I was trying to make an intellectual point about how the simple can be so powerful. What are our favorite songs? Da Do Ron Ron and Do Wah Diddy Diddy. Dude, I love Do Wah Diddy Diddy. In the song, I tried to address that issue, but everyone said, this is bullshit. Child's play. No one listened to the lyrics. Fuck you! Listen to the lyrics! This is what Sting is saying. I'm still quoting Sting. I'm going to remake it again and put more emphasis on what I was talking about. Ha ha ha. It says laughs in parentheses. It's very painful to be misunderstood. Wow, okay, so people probably didn't like this song, huh? I think Ford's mentioned you didn't like it when it first came out. Uh, I think when I read the lyrics, I understood, dude. But given the further context of his son came up with the title, that's you know, explains so much. Do 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 da 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 da. It's all I want to say to you, dude. It's so catchy. It's so catchy. Do 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 da da da. Mm, 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 mm. It's so catchy, dude. Police masters at writing songs. I love this one. Probably my favorite. All right. So, dude, we're in the last four songs of the album here. So, uh, Behind My Camel is up next. Did Do 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 got a lot of airplay. Gotcha. That would probably, yeah, ruin the song for a lot of people. Dude, once a song gets lots of radio play and you actually like it, sometimes you get tired of it because you hear it so much. You're like, all right, all right, all right, enough. I'm done. Give me a year break from this. Please. It's been haunting me. Sometimes songs do haunt you, dude. They get stuck in your head and you're like, please, just get out. Please. Do 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 da da da. It's gonna be stuck in my head now for about a year. Catch me humming it. Sting called it an articulate song about being inarticulate. That's exactly what I got. Happy Joe. Oh, I didn't even read your big message here. It's kind of what I read, right? Except Tutti Frutti. Uh, oh, beautiful. Thank you so much, Happy Joy. I'm sorry I missed that. And there's definitely a discussion to be had about whether or not audiences should care about lyrics, right? Whether or not it's the audience's responsibility to even understand the lyrics. Like, music is a very much audio format, dude. People don't want to read. also when they're listening to music, not all the time at least. Some people love to read and listen to music, but there's definitely a discussion to be had about, and I'm sure there has been for years and years already, dude. Lyrics versus song, where are you putting your emphasis at? Are you trying to give a good meaning in your lyrics while also trying to give a good audio experience, dude? Ford, great to see you here tonight after 15 hours building a website. Past 2 days need some relaxation time. Thanks, John and Chad. Oh, wow. Building a website. Yeah. I learned a little bit of Dreamweaver back in, what was it? High school. I was like 16. And yeah, I could not even go back and do anything, dude. Lyrics don't matter for me. I want the instruments to bring the emotion. That's how I am a lot of the time. The only time, dude, I really started getting into lyrics when we started this channel, when we started doing music reactions, and lyrics hide a lot of like context, messages that you wouldn't normally even get. So like, I consider it a separate journey, dude. There's the on the surface experience audio, and then you can dig deeper for what the song's really about. It's the iceberg effect. So, but the first and foremost aspect of the song has to be an enjoyable audio experience. Without that, you probably don't have a hit or something, You got to rely then on your message if your audio isn't good, or if it's like offensive audio, like Art of Noise, dude. We can keep talking about this forever. Let's get into Behind My Camel, dude, by The Police. No lyrics. Dude, okay. What the hell are we listening to? This is like some scary soundtrack to like an alien sci-fi horror film. Whoa, this is really cool. Also, I want to remark, dude, I feel like I haven't been giving Andy Summers the credit he deserves, dude. He's doing so much background stuff. He's doing so much work on the guitar, synth work, dude. And apparently he does bass work on one of these tracks too. On Behind My Camel, he's doing a bit of bass work, at least credited bass, on track 8 on Wikipedia. So let's just, wow, an instrumental. This is cool. Backing it up. What do you guys think? Wow. Oh my god, dude. Behind My Camel by The Police. What a wild track. Okay, so I did get some like interesting like Arabian Nights kind of feel at some points, I guess, dude. I mostly got horror, sci-fi. At points I got slick, dude, as if maybe we were walking through a like a cyberpunk city, but then stuff just goes wrong, dude. You start seeing mutants appear and they're attacking you, or I don't even know, dude. Aliens, monsters. This was crazy. I was into it. I like this a lot. This was crazy like nothing else on the album, dude. Wow, taking us on a little journey, dude. This is cool. I love when bands do this. I think Green Day does this a couple times where they just insert an instrumental and it doesn't sound like anything else, dude. Wow. So, what'd you think? I want to give Andy Summers um a lot of credit, dude, on this one. He did bass, synths, guitar, and also Sting does a bit of synth work as well. Um, yeah, apparently Behind My Camel is written by Andy Summers, at least credited on Wiki. Well, what do you guys think about that one? Definitely one of the coolest instrumentals I've ever heard. Belize could have done a goth album. Yes, they definitely could have, dude. If they could definitely do that easily. All right, we're gonna move on into the next one, dude. Man in a Suitcase. Let's get into it. We have lyrics.
I'll invite you back to my place. It's only mine because it holds my suitcase. It looks like home to me, alright. But it's 100 miles from yesterday night. Must I be the man in a suitcase? Is it me, the man with the strangest face? Must I be the man in a suitcase? Is it me, the man with the strangest face? Another key for my collection.
Oh,
Up for security, I rest on my connection. Bird in a flying cage, you'll never get to know me well. Lula's my oyster, my hotel room's a prison cell. Must I be the man in a suitcase? Is it me, the man with the strangest face? Must I be the man in a suitcase? Is it me, the man with the strangest face?
dude, this is a sick song. We're back to the comforting reggae pop new wave vibe, dude. I'm here for it. I love Sting's voice so much. I missed it. It's good to take a break, dude. Bands that know they got to put an instrumental, a little bridge for the album, dude, because they treat the album like a full song, like a full experience, dude. You have to give a little bit of a bridge, exactly where we get bridges in actual songs. So we're back, dude, to what we know, what we are comforted by. Let's back it up. Must I be the man in a suitcase? Quick to the chorus on this one.
Must I be the man in a suitcase? Is it me, the man with the strangest face? I'll invite you back to my place. It's only mine because it holds my suitcase.
Dude, wow. So there was a really cool moment in this song where we had a little bit of like a little guitar solo that was just really cool to listen to. I want to find it again. Not sure where it could be.
Bird in a flying cage, you'll never get to know me well. Who loves my oyster? My hotel room's a prison cell. Must I be a man in a suitcase? Is it me, a man with the strangers? But it's 100 miles from yesterday night. Must I be a man?
I think I might have missed it, dude. For those listening, you probably know what I'm talking about. Let's figure out what the song's about. Dude, I'd invite you back to my place. It's only mine because it holds my suitcase. It looks home to me all right, but it's 100 miles from yesterday night. Traveling, musician woes, dude. Must I be the man in a suitcase? Is it me, the man with the stranger's face? Very poetic, dude. Not quite sure. Must I be the man in a suitcase? Is that just wordplay for you're just a traveling man, dude? You live in a suitcase pretty much. Is it me, the man with the stranger's face? Maybe. Shoot, I don't even know, dude. Another key for my collection. For security, I race for my connection. Bird in a flying cage, you'll never get to know me well. The world's my oyster. A hotel room's a prison cell. Gotcha. Must I be the man in a suitcase? Can they write a bad chorus, dude? Very catchy. Are they talking about being on the road all the time, living out of a suitcase? Yes, I think so. Very well put. Forgot about that, dude. Living out of a suitcase. I think there's like a he's trying to hook up with somebody, dude. I think there's I'd invite you back to my place. Is it me, the man with the stranger's face, dude? Because you're probably never gonna meet that person again, right? I think that's what strange is, right? Tight song, dude. Love this one. Another hit. Wow, we're in the last two songs, guys. Luckily for us, these two are some of the longer songs on this album. Shadows in the Rain, easily the longest, at 5 minutes and 2 seconds. Some of these songs are just simple metaphors, but even their less than great pop songs are still cool as hell. I agree. They're still very well written, though very poetic. Dude, still gotta take at least I gotta work a little bit to understand what's going on. But dude, Shadows in the Rain. Look to me gleam from this title. You don't really, unless it's like daylight, when you see shadows in the rain, I guess they can look a little bit more like faded. You don't really see the full shadow because just rain is obscuring. I don't know. What do shadows look like to you in the rain? Very like cool imagery though. Let's take a final hit of the stream, guys. Probably spend the last little bit listening to. Okay, well, it probably won't be the last hit of the stream, probably because we will fit in a few Patreon requests after this. Whoa. I'm just being a little clumsy right now. All right, so yeah, we're gonna take another hit before jumping on in. Again, thanks everybody for coming along, hanging out with me while we listen to a new album. Dude, we almost have Zenyatta Mondata under our belts, dude. Been wanting to listen to this album forever. We'll put up another poll starting soon. We'll have more time to get more votes in, so sorry to put up the poll so late. But we're definitely going to have some Kansas on that poll. We might have another Police record, but maybe we'll give the Police a little bit of a break, dude. Tom Petty, Damn the Torpedoes. It's another good album. Oh. Dude, we really haven't listened to much Tom Petty. We got to listen to more. Just got some fine herbage today. Splurged for quality this day. Oh, nice, dude. Glad you're treating yourself. Hell yeah. Good for you. You deserve it. I'm going to have to go and get myself some pretty soon. Running low. All right, let's take it. Jump on into Shadows. That's good, right? Oh, I understand. Dude, do you hear the guitar in the background, dude? It's like very faint. You can just kind of hear it like kind of making noise randomly, dude. It doesn't seem to be in sync with anything, dude. What is happening? Okay, woke up in my clothes again this morning. I don't know exactly where I am. I think there's a clue, dude. Either we were drinking heavily last night, doing other things too. Let's just get back into this. Dude, quick pause. Oh, I love this wonderfully kind of dark, upbeat mix. It's interesting. I love Sting's falsetto here as well. The bass riff is very relaxing. Uh, Overall, dude, I love this song. It's very chill. I love the piano as well. Very fitting with the riff of the bass. Wow. Can't wait to see where else the song goes, dude. We'll read the lyrics again. Dude, the song is so entrancing. What are your thoughts, dude? This is starting to sound like Sting's solo stuff a bit. Interesting. We do got to give Sting more of a listen. Okay, dude. What is Andy doing? Wow. Dude, such a trippy track that one was. Shadows in the Rain. Wow. We just basically got the full lyrics like kind of twice, dude. Woke up in my clothes again this morning. Don't know exactly where I am. And I should heed my doctor's warning. He does the best with me he can. He says I suffer from delusion, but I'm so confident I'm sane. It can't be an optical illusion, so how can you explain? Shadows in the rain. And if you see us on the corner, we're just dancing in the rain. I tell my friends there when I see them outside my window pane. Shadows in the rain. Okay, so yeah, either somebody here is schizophrenic, doing drugs, or just getting really poetic with life and trying to make like a symbolic song here, dude, about. Dude, I really get like a drunk slash high vibe from this because of the first line. Dude, woke up in my clothes again this morning, don't know exactly where I am. But of course, this could be from mental illness. Is somebody suffering from mental illness in this band? Probably. Andy's guitar in the background is just giving so much of a dissonant vibe. It's just like not even in line. It was separate. It was like a separate experience happening in the background. Maybe it was meant to symbolize just the mental noise, the mental turmoil that this character is experiencing. Dude, I don't know. It was very trippy. That was very cool. The bass, honestly, uh, Ford says, no reggae here, just psychedelia and Andy. uh, Very well put. Yeah, no, the only little bits of reggae were like the tone of that snare and maybe the riff, the bass riff. But overall, this was a crazy song. Very cool. I liked it a lot. Let's see what freaking Genius has to say about this track. Shadows in the Rain, easily probably the most poetic. Um, Sting later covered the song on his first solo album, The Dream of the Blue Turtles. Compared to Sting's solo version, the Police version of the song is a lot slower and laid back, with a reggae type beat. Ooh, okay, so y'all were a little bit on track, dude. Sting did do a solo version of this song, so that's why it might sound like some of his other stuff. Real quick, need to fix my hair. It's being a little annoying. Uh-huh. Okay, so that's cool, dude. The Dream of Blue Turtles. Perhaps we'll give more of Sting's solo stuff a listen at some point. Dude, this is just really cool. I love his voice. It's easy to see how he was a successful solo artist as well. What a crazy song. Apparently, this was the final track on the original release. Okay, very fitting, dude. Very fitting. And then we have track 11, dude. The final song of what we are going to be listening to, dude. This is, of course, the remastered version, 2003. So, if you're one of the OG listeners, tell me now how your experience with this album was, dude. What's your favorite song? And for those who have enjoyed the 2003 remaster, let's give the final track 11, dude, The Other Way of Stopping, a listen, round out this whole album experience. Just thank y'all for coming along, dude. Really appreciate y'all. Again, if you're watching this on YouTube, patreon.com/JohnSlop, twitch.tv/JohnSlopReacts. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe, and a comment. Please let me know your feelings. And again, guys, Patreon people, we're going to be doing some Patreon requests after this to round out, because it's only been a couple hours, so. Again, let me know what you thought of Shadows in the Rain. Again, the Genius didn't really give us any context, so it's really just up for interpretation, I think, dude. My interpretation, yeah, main character's like suffering from mental like delusions, dude. And there's nothing else. Let me know your thoughts. All right, let's jump on into the last track of this album, dude. The Other Way of Stopping. Wow. Dude, what? Okay, so let me just go back a little bit. I actually don't know if this was like extra added for the 2003 remaster. I was just talking based on the language used on the Genius About section for the last song, dude. They said this is talking about Shadows in the Rain, the final song on Zenyatta Mondata, on the About section, dude, for Genius. Just reading right here. For Shadows in the Rain. That's why I assumed Shadows in the Rain was the last track people got on the original release, and that this is an extra song. Is this an extra song? It sounds very fitting. But it's so different at the same time. So percussion driven, and what the heck? Andy Summers' melody on the guitar. It's so cool, almost giving like Kraftwerk vibes on this one. Oh, this is very enjoyable. Very bright, very shiny, lovely stuff. It was on the album. Okay, so I'm sorry for giving like false information. This is the final track on Genius, whoever wrote the About section. Shame on you, dude. All right, let's get back into this track. Wow, this one's probably the most fun. The Other Way of Stopping. I love the double bass. I love it so much. It's giving like pop punk, like 2010 hardcore vibes, dude. What the heck is this track? It's so fun, so upbeat. It feels like, yeah, we're just trucking down the freeway going 80. All right, 120, dude. Like I said, Kraftwerk vibes. New wave-ish punk, dude. This is sick. I love it. Just with the double bass, I'm getting a little bit of like hardcore vibes. It's so crazy. Oh my God, dude. A very soft electric keyboard outro for the whole album. Wow. What a way to end an experience, dude. The Other Way of Stopping by the Police. Oh, wow. Melodic, powerful, dude. The percussion was just so driving. What the heck? I want to assume this was uh, uh, Stuart Copeland's idea and just overall chance to like write a percussion driven song. Yes, on Wikipedia we have Copeland as the writer, credited writer for The Other Way of Stopping. This is really cool. Give me like Rush vibes as well. Wow. Just so upbeat, positive, nice, just way to end an album. Makes me sad, dude. I don't want this album to end. I love this mix of like reggae, new wave, punk, jazz. There's a little bit of metal in here too, dude. Like, what is even happening? There was so much going on. This is so much more than just like reggae pop, dude. I bet nobody knew what to expect. That we were getting a little bit of like Pink Floyd as well, dude. Like, holy crap, this is such a fun album. Fond memories are going to be had for this one. What a great way to experience this album with all of you guys. Thank you so much for joining me as we listen to this for the first time. I think this is our first like full album. No, it's not. I was going to say that we listened to on stream together, but no. We've listened to Black Sabbath and I think one other. Too bad they didn't really like each other much. Huh. Is that how it was? They didn't get along? Like, they weren't friends, dude? I'm just gonna take these off for now. I know we're still gonna get into some tracks, dude, but while we reflect on the album, let's just take those off for a second. Whoa, Sting's voice. So soft, so light. I can't get enough of it, dude. Copeland's drumming so dynamic and powerful, and just the sound of his snare and his rim shots, dude. In one song, the rim shot got so much reverb. The ring out was like 5 seconds, dude. Andy Summers bringing the heat with all of his guitar tracks, dude. And apparently, he's to thank for so much of the atmosphere creation, dude, with his layering of guitars and synth work. And, dude, Sting on that bass. So iconic. Like, every song just had such a powerful bass foundation. Same goes for the percussion, dude. Every song had a strong percussion foundation. And Andy Summers just came in with the rhythm, the atmosphere, dude. Rounding out of the whole sound, and then Sting taking the lead with his soft. What words can we use to describe his voice, dude? Soft is, of course, the first one. Light, airy. He has such like a high register as well. So it's just such a beautiful listen, dude. He can do such an amazing falsetto as well. Too bad we didn't hear more of that falsetto. Would love to hear more. Let's check out definitely more of Sting's solo stuff. Sting seemed like he would be hard to get along with. Maybe like a perfectionist. It is hard working with people, dude. When you have a vision, it's so hard to do group projects. Do you ever work with people in school, dude? It can be so annoying. Some people don't even want to be there. And, dude, I don't doubt the same goes for even musicianship, band work, dude. Sometimes you probably don't want to be there because you probably don't get along with your bandmates. And that's tough. That's sad. But I'm still glad they were able to pump out hits like this, dude. Yeah, I heard neither Andy or Stewart could stand Sting, but particularly Copeland slash Sting. Copeland couldn't stand Sting. Is that right? Wow. Yeah, when you have I don't know what to call it, dude. When you feel that drive, when you feel the urge to start making music, you're like when you feel confident and powerful, you tend to prioritize your own ideas and thoughts over the groups. And, you know, it's it's part of this culture. I don't know. I don't know how to get past it. Maybe there needs to be like a band therapy group, you know. I'm sure there are. It's like more like a group therapy session kind of thing. I don't know, dude. Finding ways for adults to like work with people in good healthy ways and learn when to just kind of cut things off if things aren't working out, dude. Can't we all just get along? I don't I don't know. I don't know. I think some people are just dude, there's so much like culture and artful differences that come into play sometimes, and you don't really figure that out until you really get to work with somebody. So, dude, bands are hard work, dude. You gotta it it's such a rare thing to find a group of people you actually vibe with and are friends with, and then you're actually able to work together to make an art piece like music, painting, anything, dude. It's a work, dude. There's gonna be some times where you have to give up what you want in lieu of what the group wants, dude. It's just bound to happen. And of course, people want their vision realized. So like that's why people do solo stuff, right? So that's why I imagine Sting went solo. Uh, it's hard if you're always right. Yeah, no, that's the thing. If you know for a fact how to do things and you are having trouble delegating people, working with people, it's just rough, dude. Kind of got to go solo or just start paying people to do what you want. That's why I do photography and writing, etc. It's on you, even if you're part of a team, to do your part correctly. Yes, yes. Now it's good that you realize you understand It can be a lot to realize, and it's hard to do in the moment, dude. Sometimes tempers get a hold of you. I can't even imagine what like blowouts or blow-ups would be like in the band. I'm sorry we actually ended up talking about this. It's a little bit of a sad subject, but dudes, sometimes it's the reality. And I'm glad that the police were able to put out so many albums, dude. Like, we definitely what's their next album after this one? Just gonna go check that out real quick. The Police discography. So they actually only released 5 albums, dude. That's actually a lot less than I was expecting. So Zenyatta Mondata in the middle of their releases, dude. Their first one's from '78, their last is from '83. So it shouldn't actually take long to go through their whole discography, dude. The next album, Ghost in the Machine, should be coming up at some point, dude. So we'll start a new poll for a new album coming up soon this next week. So stay tuned for that. Still not sure what songs. If any albums you guys shout out your suggestions. What's coming up this week? We're definitely going to get to some Patreon requests, some Patreon album requests as well as an exploratory what's that word for it's choosing to do it. It's not part of any list, any request. We're just choosing to do it. It's like when you take the extra classes in school, like art, music. I forget what that word is. It's something like exploratory. Anyways, if you know the word, let me know. So folks, friends, thanks for joining for Police Zenyatta Mondata. Legendary album. Can't believe I got to extracurricular. There you go. That's the one. Thank you for it. Yeah, that's the word. So yes. Is that the word? Extracurricular. Meaning, I used to describe extra activities such as sports that can be done by the students in a school, but that are not part of the regular schedule of classes. Yes, that's the word. Did you see my request for Cultosaurus? Yes, I did, dude. Yes, I did. Cultosaurus Cultosaurus erectus, dude, by Blue Oyster Cult. That is definitely coming up, dude. I think we might be able to fit that in for this week. That could be part of the schedule, dude. For those fan of Blue Oyster Cult, dude, we're gonna give one of their coolest album covers a listen. So that's coming up, dude. We're gonna try and fit it in for this week. Yo, going over to twitch.tv/JohnSlopReacts and leave a follow if you want to catch all these live streams where we record all these reactions, dude. And going over to patreon.com/JohnSlop to submit your favorite songs for me to listen to. And you can help support the channel as well. Appreciate ya.